welcome. Today I'm doing a 24-hour reading challenge. So I'm not doing this 24 hours straight. I am breaking it up over maybe a couple of days. Hopefully it doesn't take me that long. I just been feeling the itch to really actually finish or get way further into the books that I'm reading because I read multiple books at once. Okay, so I'm going to be reading all the books that I am currently reading and attempting to at least finish 2. I am going to show you the books we're going to be reading today, but I would like to make an honorable mention because I finished the book before I started this video, and that is Daddy Issues by Kate Goldbeck. The book was so good. I finished it last night, so it's not counting to my 24 hours. I absolutely love the book, and I feel like I could relate to a lot of the things in the book, and I love a book where the main character is nerdy or she's into art, because that's me, and all the comic book references is really cute. So maybe check it out if you're looking for a romance that also has really cute, like, nerdy references. I love when an author can capture ordinary things. I think some of the most ordinary things can be the most compelling things because of how we relate to them. And like, I wish the end was a little bit longer, but it's okay. It's fine. So I did read that last night, but going on to what I'm going to read in this video today. Gene Wolfe's Book of the New Sun. I am not on this one. I finished this one a long time ago, but I'm on the second half of the 4 books, which is Sword and Citadel. I'll put a picture somewhere here. I am about 63% through the book. I am on the last story, okay? I'm more than 50% through. I'm at 63%. And I'm terrified of finishing this book because I've been reading it for years at this point, and I savor every moment of it. Next is Light by M. John Harrison. I'm going to tell you the premise of the book when I get to it, but it sounds crazy. And people say that if you read Book of the New Sun, then you will probably like Light. That's why I picked it up. Okay, I'm terrified of finishing Book of the New Sun. It's been my favorite book I've ever read. So I picked that up, as well as Titus Grown, which is the first book in the Gormenghast series. And that is also a book people say to pick up if you like Book of the New Sun. Can you tell I'm gonna go through withdrawal. I've already gone through a good chunk of Titus Grown. I've just been reading it on my Kindle. Other books I'm going to be finishing is Ali Hazelwood's Mate. I'm literally at the end of Ali Hazelwood's Mate. Okay, I just need to wrap it up. Okay, Ice Planet Barbarians, number 9, I think. I am literally at the end of that book too. I'm literally on the last chapter, but I am audiobooking those. So yeah, my goal is to at least finish 2 books, which I feel like those are probably the 2 books I'm going to finish. Maybe we can aim for a 3rd. That's ambitious, but this pile is subject to change. Let the 24-hour reading begin. The first thing I'm going to start listening to is the rest of Ice Planet Barbarians. Okay, I'm on the 9th book. I'm literally at the end. I think I'm gonna just try and get my audiobooks done while I play like some Skyrim or something. And let's finish those first. So I'm gonna start the audiobook now. Okay, guys, I finished Ice Planet Barbarians number 9, and so far, I'm at 17 minutes, so I'm not far at all. I think I'm just going to continue and listen to Mate. Number 9 was not my favorite. I think it was cute. It's not my favorite. My favorite one will always be, I think, number 4. I'm not really excited for the next one. I don't know. I don't really care. If you read it, I don't really care about Asha and Homelo's story. Let's finish Mate. Hello, I am just preparing some soup, but I finished Mate and I have some thoughts. I'm about an hour and 10 minutes in to this 24-hour challenge, and Mate is officially done. So I really liked Mate. I think I liked it more than Bride. Also, I've started using Fable to kind of keep in track what I've been reading and things like that. So if you want to follow me on there, I'll put it on the screen here. I did write a review for the Daddy Issues book. But anyway, I did like Mate more than Bride, but The plot I wasn't like super into, and I felt like I kind of wish we could have been in Cohen's head more than just like at one point in the story. I do believe that like he's really into her, but I wish like she's so doubtful of it that it kind of made it hard to believe. I wish we kind of were just like in his head. Not hard to believe, but like I believed his like infatuation with her a little bit less because she's so doubtful of it and him sometimes. I don't know what I'd rate it. I think I'll put that up on my Fable if you want to see my ratings and stuff. But yeah, I think we're gonna just get to now reading physical books after I finish making the soup and get cozy. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna start next, but we're an hour in and we've already completed 2 books. Iceplanet Barbarians and Mate, which I was at the end of those books anyways. So yeah, let's see if we can make some real progress. All right, I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, welcome back. I just finished eating and now I'm gonna get back into reading. I think I'm gonna pick up Book of the New Sun, aka Citadel of the Autarch. I'm about 64% through the story, which means maybe 14% through the second book because there's 2 books in one. I'm gonna pick that up and get to reading. Hello, it's the next day. I didn't get that much reading done last night. I think the timer's at like 1 hour and 30 minutes. I was telling myself I don't feel like reading right now because I'm not feeling the greatest and I'm kind of just like in bed, but I'm like, this is the perfect time to read, but I kind of don't want to read anything I was reading. I kind of want to maybe start something fresh. I don't know, I might change my mind, but I have Light here with me and I haven't crack this open yet and I'm really excited to read it. I'm just gonna read you the back of it because I don't know how to explain this, okay? I literally just know science fiction, multiple characters, weird connection, timey-wimey. Okay, that's all I know, but I'll read you the back. In contemporary London, Michael Kearney is on the run from an entity that drives him to kill. He's seeking escape in a future that doesn't yet exist. Sarah Mao Genlisher has already merged into the systems of her starship, but now the inhuman K-ship captain has gone rogue. Ed Chianese, a drifter and adventurer, went deep and lived to tell about it. The 3 enigmatic clues are left on the barren surface of an asteroid under an ocean of light, a deserted spaceship, a pair of bone dice, and a human skeleton. Yeah, I don't know if that even worked to explain. This is up my alley. I like things that feel like a fever dream, so I'm just gonna give it a chance, okay? Let's get to reading. Before I start, I just wanted to say that the introduction to this book, which I actually read before even filming this, is the best introduction I've ever read to a book ever. Like ever. I will read you a bit of the introduction, okay? It goes like this. The introduction's by Adam Roberts, and he says, "When I first read Light, I disliked it very much. It seemed to me a deliberate, unpleasant book. Its world-building erratic and its plot garbled, a novel that handled its frequent interludes of demanding violence in a deflatingly offhand way. Not every piece of writing hits home, for every reader. That's fine. I moved on to other novels, but it transpired. Light would not leave me alone. It kept popping back into my thoughts, images and moments from it reoccurring to me with strange intensity. It dawned on me I was going to have to reread the book. On a second reading, Light revealed itself to me as quite simply a masterpiece. Extraordinary combination of space opera, thrills, textual and atmospheric richness, and a sublime opacity that hovers on the very lip of profound insight. I've read a lot of books in my life, and sometimes I think a little better, little worse of a novel when I reread it. But the volte-face I experienced rereading Light remains to me unique in my reading life." I don't know if I said volte, V-O-L-T-E. I never heard that word used before. Anyway, I read that intro and I was like, God damn. God damn, you got me. That's just a part of the intro. There's more. Let's start Disillusioned by the Actual. I fell asleep. We've gotten a little bit farther. Oh my god. I'm about 2 hours in. I was reading light and I fell asleep. But very interesting, the framing of this book. I'm happy it doesn't feel too difficult to follow. I'm used to a difficult to follow fantasy or difficult to follow sci-fi. It really zooms in on the story. It had me like, ooh, you know, a little like on the first chapter. I feel like it's something that is easier for me to read and get into and not as daunting because it's so zoomed in. Hopefully we can read a little bit more tonight or tomorrow because I have to go to work, so I'll check in later. Bye. Hello, it is maybe a day or two later. Let me show you how far I am. I think I forgot to pause it at some point because it said 15 hours when I know I'm at 7. Okay, so here's my time. I'm at 7 hours. I read a little bit more of Light and it got kind of dark. I was kind of surprised. I have been enjoying it. What I have been reading mainly, though, has been Ice Planet Barbarians. Okay, this series has me in a chokehold. It's undoubtable. I finished an entire book last night, which they're kind of short, but I finished the 11th book and now I'm on the 12th book of Ice Planet Barbarians. It has me in a chokehold, especially when it's winter and it's depressing. Okay, I need Ice Planet Barbarians as my sustenance. I'm such a mood reader, but yeah, that's how far I've gotten in 7 hours. I'm a slow reader, guys, and sometimes romance is just the thing that my brain wants to read the most of. So I've also been reading the comic book Batman slash Catwoman, which I like so far. It's just a lot of time jumpy, but I was also reading that within my 7 hours. So that book has also been read. It is really time jumpy. It's kind of, sometimes it can be a little hard to follow, but I love me some Batman Catwoman. So yeah, let's see what I read in the next 7 hours. I'm gonna have to let my timer go until I reach 7 hours and then I can read. So I'll see you guys in like 7 hours. We are officially halfway through. Hi guys, I'm just checking in, giving you a little bit of an update. I've kind of narrowed this video down, I guess, to 2 books at this point, which is Citadel of the Autarch and Light. And I'm not mad at it, but I feel like I've noticed that I don't always want to get into these books because they are very, like, it's a brain on book, you know? I've been reading a lot of brain off books, like fan fiction or just like kind of romances that I haven't been counting on my reading timer because I specifically had books set in mind for this challenge and getting to 24 hours reading them. I don't know why I don't read over long periods of time and I'm so broken up with my reading every day. What I've read of Citadel of the Autarch, my goodness. I had to put it down last night because it was there's a lot going on and I just wasn't awake enough to contain the information. But with Light's just been steady. I'm kind of waiting till it starts to tie itself together. That's my almost 11-hour reading update. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll see you later. I'm officially at 18 hours into this challenge. I also got a new mic, so I kind of have been reading
one book. And I've been listening to it on Audible, and I'm on like chapter 30. I wasn't originally going to count this book because it wasn't in my original books that I was reading for this video, but I'm reading it anyway. I might as well. And that is Good Girl Effect by Sarah Kate. And honestly, I really like it. I never read one of her books before, and I feel like this one, it deals a lot with like grief, and I think that that's been an interesting focal point. I don't think I've read a romance book where that's kind of like a main theme in it. And I really like the main character, the female main character. I feel like she is just very sure of herself and curious, and I like her because that's her. So I've been listening to that so far and has definitely contributed to my 18 hours. I have about 6 hours, so I don't think the rest of the book is going to bring me up to my 24-hour mark. I feel like lately I haven't really been reading as much, or like audiobooks are really the only thing I'm like open to right now, just because I've been really sick and I've just been relaxing. So you probably can tell how nasally I sound. So far I like it. It's good. So let's see where I am next. Guys, we are on hour 22. I've been reading Citadel of Autark, and it's just been war, but I'm nearly there. Yes.
Hello guys, we are on the final stretch of the 24-hour reading challenge. We're at 22:27, and I'm here in my room, and I think I'm just gonna knock it out and just get to 24 hours. I'm going to be reading Sword and Citadel on my Kindle. I'm in the last stretch of the book. I don't think I'll finish it within these hours because there is still a lot to go, even though I'm like 76% through. Let's get to reading. We did it. All right, guys, we've officially reached our 24-hour reading goal. It feels like I've been filming this for a while because I got sick over the Christmas break. This is the longest I've gone without uploading, so I'm just happy to be able to get this video out there and now just like start fresh in the new year. So thank you for your patience, and thank you for sticking around even though I haven't uploaded in like nearly a month. It was a rough last couple of weeks, but I feel completely like renewed and ready to hop into the new year and have cool new content coming for you guys. And I also feel like I'm going to continue the books that I've read in this video, and it's just been a journey, but all the books have been good and interesting, and I haven't really started one that I didn't like, so definitely a positive for this video. So if you enjoy cozy content and you're new here, I post things about books, writing, cozy hobbies, gaming, things like that. So if you're interested, subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.